a page each.
Okay, cool. So I'll just highlight that for the groups who are still doing their presentations and organising it. I know one group's active and good. Just note that the handout has to be front and back for 4 of you. So obviously allocate half a page for each person. And there is a group that isn't communicating at the moment. So can you get in contact with me to let me know where you're at? Other than that, just if, I guess this is a problem for a student, if nobody comes to the party and doesn't contribute, you present by yourself and you just get yourself organised, and we'll go ahead with that. So you'll get an individual mark, not a group mark. I'll just disregard the group mark and double your score. All right, so this week, Chris, we're focused on self-confidence and self-talk, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I get a bit lost with which course I'm on. So we're going to concentrate on week 7. Share. All right. We're online. Yeah. Okay, so this week. Oh, that's not you guys. Am I in the right course? Yeah. Investigate thoughts, identify self. Okay. Okay, so I pretended that you were doing a task, but you didn't really have to do it. And I got you to think about that you were going to present to us for a minute. How did that make you feel? What were your thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, God damn it. But then when I read that it was just like a filmed speech, I was like, oh, that's not too bad, I guess. But
Yeah.
the word speech just went, whoop, no, thank you.
And then what happened with the thought of actually having to do it? No, how did you think when you realised you didn't have to do it?
Oh, just fantastic, to be honest with you.
But that's the thing, like for a lot of people, it's a nightmare presentation. So that definitely could cross your mind. In class, they used to do a dance, but they actually had to do it. So we explored thoughts during and thoughts post. This year I changed it to a free throw. So they had to shoot, they went and practiced free throws, and then they had to shoot a free throw in front of the whole class. So they explored how they felt prior to, during and post. So it's about looking at that information. So for the basketball players, they're like confident, but they went, what if I miss the judgments that people are going to make about me? So that's the purpose of the exercise, just for you guys to explore thoughts that come with, sorry, I'm just getting texts through, thoughts that come with performance. So, all right, then let me share again. Go full screen. This I will actually put these answers up for you. Actually, oh, cool. No, so I've given you examples, so you had to go through and check that. So I'll just talk you. Obviously, you got to experience what match. Did you get a chance to do this, Chris?
The self-efficacy talk one. How to enhance self-efficacy.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah.
Okay. How'd you go with that?
I got them all right.
Perfect. All right. Well, I won't. I was thinking I had to explain that. I didn't realise I'm so good. No, I'm kidding. That I had organised an activity that allows you to do that yourself. So that's brilliant. Okay. And then what else did we have? Am I sharing the screen with you or?
Not at this point in time, no.
It's in my head. Okay. Share. Okay, and then we have back. Cool, I'm glad I did that. Okay, so this is just sort of a summary, I guess, of the summary questions of the quiz to prepare you, I guess, for the quiz.
Yes.
So had you clicked on that, you just got to. I'll check your answers about that, but and I'll also put some answers up for you. But that's just exploring. The main point I want to make about this is if you're going to write about self-talk, you need to make sure the first thing you do is identify self-talk. So you can't make a change in something that you're not aware of. So first activity should be using one of these three things to investigate self-talk. Then you can talk about changing self-talk. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yep.
Okay, so that's one thing that I really did want to highlight with the class last week was identify, so self-awareness first, and then you come up with a strategy on how to change your self-talk so it benefits performance. Okay. And then the last activity, I just got you to explore negative thoughts. So I might just stop sharing. All right. So Chris, do you want to share your negative situation with me?
Yeah, sure. So I put my negative situation is if, like in futsal, if our goalie doesn't turn up, we have to sort of rotate through. And when it comes to my turn, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm awful at goalkeeping.
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of hate having to go in there. And then the identify negative self-statements. Yeah, I'm straight up. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I don't use my hands. I'm not a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But then I sort of worded in my head, I'm like, well, you're a defender. You're just defending a goal with your hands. So just sort of use the same mindset that you would if you were defending on the court, but in the goals.
Yeah. I guess it's the same information coming at you, isn't it? You still see exactly the same scenario, except you actually get to use your hands. So.
Yeah, and more often than not, you've got more time because instead of being on top of the player, they're having a shot from distance, so you can sort of react and block and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
So I guess if you're going to go into goals in the future, what's a strategy to allow you to sort of stop the negative cycle of thinking and focus on what you need to?
Well, yeah, I guess sort of just reminding yourself that it's just defending, really. Like, it's no different to being on the field, but you have that added bonus of using your hands. So you're almost at an advantage, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way I sort of look at it. Ideally, I'd not go in goals, but yeah, if I have to, then
and I think what's important for you when you're in goals is to go, right, what are the cues? What do I need to focus on? And then execution, you know, whether it's going right or left, just saying cues to remind your hands to move.
Yeah.
So that'll help you focus on the task.
I'll go off and I find that a lot. I'll stick my chest out instead of my arm. I'll be like, oh, no.
But you'll have to talk to yourself because you've got habit. So you have to talk. You'll need to change it. I mean, you're not going to be goalie all the time, but you will need to remind your hands to move. So you will need to say hands or something rather than your chest to move, that your hands go first.
Yeah.
But you've got to teach yourself to do that, and you have to talk to yourself. So no, but I think, Chris, that's it.